It goes on to say, and she's married to another woman. So you over there eating stolen steaks, talking to a woman who is a whole fornicationer, okay? So you still want to vibe with Chaplin? Oh, she like, oh no, I didn't know that I was doing this with the Thorn Byrds. I didn't. If you have not already done so, please remember to like, share to Facebook, and subscribe because it is so important to our success here on the YouTube. And if you are not already a part of our book club, please remember to hit the Patreon link below and or the join button here on the YouTube. Ladies and gentlemen, it seems as though if I don't ask for likes, you won't give them to me naturally. So today I am asking for 500 likes. Now, let's talk about Sister Soulja's Life After Death, the Coldest Winter Ever sequel, part 4. Quick briefing. Winter is in her life after death. Okay, I said that she ate a pork chop sandwich because of the fact that she having all these crazy dreams. Okay, and you're gonna find out more later. I'm gonna be like, girl, did you smoke a dip? Anyway, in her current situation, Winter is in Midnight's home with his wife, Chi. Okay, Midnight has a palace. In the palace, there's a gymnasium. Inside of the gymnasium are a couple of boys fighting for the love of one of Winter's sisters. The twins, Lexi or Mercedes, right? Winter is confused. She's like, well, why are the brothers fighting over one of the girls? Is one of the girls dead? Is one of the girls less attractive? What is going on? Okay. Nonetheless, Winter is in her feelings that she was away in jail while Midnight and his wife raised her sisters. Now she's also thinking about the fact that, wait a minute, hold on. Midnight adopted Lexi and Mercedes, okay? Wouldn't Midnight's sons technically be Midnight and Mercedes' stepbrothers? Technically. But you know Winter, she don't care, okay? Because in Winter's mind, she like, it don't matter. Any son of a king is good enough for the Santiago's daughter. Okay, they ain't blood, so they good to go. Okay, if you say so, Winter. Winter is also trying to figure out why is it that years ago, when everything went down, why, when I asked Midnight, did he have any children? And Midnight responded, if I had children, they would be with me. Okay, why did he lie? Okay, but girl, maybe because you wasn't good enough for him to tell you his business. I mean, you is an old knucklehead and he don't want to be bothered with no knucklehead girl. Haven't you figured that out yet? Answer no. Must be in my casket now. I'm laid out on my back. My face and my neck are numb, paralyzed even. The back of my head feels mushy. I'm cold, no longer a ball of heat. I'm stiff, feeling no space on my left or my right, over my head or beneath my feet. Worms and insects and whatever else creeps and crawls below the earth are looking at me like I'm food. On lockups, we had that same sentiment towards bitches. I'm thinking now the whole rest in peace thing is a sham. I'm dead, but definitely not resting in peace. I began to think about people who I knew who got dead in my lifetime, okay? Now, she reflects back on a relationship she had with this girl named Neek, Okay, these are one of the quick, dark situations that I'm going to talk about, but it is a learning opportunity. Okay, she talks about how Neek was very beautiful. She was closest with Neek, you know, outside of the 4 girls who ended up being responsible for killing her ass. Okay, but she said Neek was beautiful. She was a nice girl. She was well liked. The problem was her mother's boyfriend. Her mother's boyfriend lusted after young Neek. Okay. Now, Neek's mother tried to explain, girl, let's get along. All right. Let's do whatever we need to do so that we can keep this good money coming in, so that we can have this positioning. Neek was not that person. That's not my daddy. That's not my boyfriend. Either way, he don't need to be touching on me. You the girlfriend, mama. What? Neek mama got in her feelings and seen her boyfriend, you know, pulling and grabbing all over Neek when Neek was definitely an unwilling participant. Okay. So the mother got jealous and, you know, terminated her daughter. But Neek's mother didn't even take her own advice, meaning let's play along to get along. Okay. She must have caught him in the act of lusting or violating Neek. So she murked her own 14-year-old daughter. So she moves on to talk about another one of her Judys that she met along the way. Okay. Veronica wasn't one of my original Brooklyn crew. She was from Queens, claiming Queensbridge. That was a reputable hood on my hood map, but wasn't the reason I put her on. I put her on with my team because me and Veronica was locked up in the same small cell, sitting on the same toilet, spitting in the same sink. Next minute, you know, Simone the Beast, that's what they call her, Simone the Beast, had said, Veronica keep going in there talking to the chapel or the chaplain. Okay. No, when you're a manipulative person or manipulative beast, because if Simone is a beast, Winter, you a beast too. If when you are a manipulative beast, you don't want none of the people that follow you to have an open mind towards anybody else. You want to be the only person that is in control. Even though it's a religious person, Winter is like, no, don't let that religion get up in your head because it is a scam. And the girl, Veronica, is doing 15 years just like Winter, okay? Winter is in the cell with Veronica, interrogating her. What you doing over there in the chaplain's office? What you going over there to talk to her for? She ain't got nothing good for you. Everything you need to know is right here in this cell with me, okay? Veronica say, look, I'm going over there, all right? I don't get to eat candy that much, so I'm going over there listen to her say whatever it is she want to say while I suck on them caramels in her office. Winter goes, that's all that gets you to open up? That's it? Some caramels? Well, she got steaks over there too. When I listen to her, she feed me steaks. That's it? Just food to make you break, make you get on board with some BS? Veronica tries to explain to Winter, listen, it's not like that. She talks to me about things that matter to prepare me for when I'm finally released. Winter say, oh, so you want to talk to Chaplain? You believe everything she say, huh? Well, did you know that she was fucking CO Bulldagger over there? What? What you talking about? And remember them steaks that you be chewing up? She's stealing them from the kitchen and feeding them to you. Winter goes on to say, and she's married to another woman. So you over there eating stolen steaks, talking to a woman who is a whole fornicationer, okay? So you still want to vibe with Chaplain? Oh, she like, oh, no, I didn't know that I was doing this with the Thorn Byrds. The Chaplain is having an affair with the CO Bulldagger and stealing the steaks? No. I don't want no part of this. Thorn Byrds, I don't want no part of. I don't blame you, baby. Went to say to her, if you want to run on over there and make friends with the Thorn Byrds, you can go on and do it. Okay, I'm just telling you. They all in the day room, right? That's the whole crew, all right? And they discussing Veronica, right? Asia, who seems to be the most sensible one, you know, the one who was throwing a party at her house for Winter's release, was like, listen, if Veronica wants to go in there and talk to the chaplain who is hunting on the CO Barker, then let her. That's her. It's not stopping. It's not going to hurt us. It's not going to tear down our reign. Simone the Beast was like, shut the fuck up, Asia. You always got something to say. Shut up. My casket plus my memory of my girls caused me to miss lockup, which I never ever thought was possible to miss. Back in Brooklyn, I was used to living with my Santiago family and running around with my hood girlfriends. When Santiago moved us to our Long Island mansion, I spent all my time trying to get back to my Brooklyn hood, my bitches, and my niggas. Even when planning my release after 15 years, I had thought to live in the same house with my crew. That's why this casting shit is bullshit to me. Where is everybody else? I'm game for hell long as I'm not the only one in it. If this is hell, bring all of the other mothers dead sinners so we can have a party. It can't only be me here, I thought, but it was. It could have been 6 seconds or 6 months or 6 hours or 6 days or 6 weeks or 6 years after my death. I could not tell how much time had passed. All I know is what's happening to me at the moment. I'm no longer laying flat in my casket. I'm sitting same as I would be sitting back on Brooklyn Block, on a bench or stoop. Really though, it feels like I'm sitting on a curb, close to an open sewer. I feel like Sister Soulja, ate a pork chop sandwich before she went to bed, had a bad dream. It was so messed up that she decided to wake up and write it down. Okay, that's what I feel. And then throw in some other shiz, from the original book. Okay, she's now sitting on a curb in a place. She can feel herself sitting on a curb, right? But it's black. She thinking to herself, someone is trying to break me. But Winter Santiago is not easily broken. I remember when the prison toilet system failed and instead of all of our shit getting flushed down, it swirled up into our faces, then flooded our cells. So I'm well familiar with overwhelming stench. I've heard Simone sharpening chicken bones by dragging each bone back and forth on the cement wall till they were each good enough to stab or puncture somebody who wouldn't bow down to our crew. Okay? Yeah, that's a difficult thing to say that you died from getting stabbed in the neck by a chicken bone. Okay? That's some shiz I ain't never heard of before. People killing people with chicken bones, but I get it. In jail you gotta make do with whatever you have. But girl, the chicken bone, no, damn, Simone the Beast. Damn, Simone is a beast. Now, like I said, she's sitting on the curb, surrounded by a stench so foul. Now, the only way or the only thing that I can equate this smell to when reading what she is or how she is describing the smell, I would describe it as the wharf. Back home, we have this thing called the wharf where you can go buy fresh, fish of all kinds, right? And it has like a breath smell. It has a vagina smell. It has a sewer smell, a dead body smell. It just is a smell that you can't really explain. And that's how Winter is describing this stench. She's sitting there on the curb, legs can't move, inhaling. Okay, it's so bad that she's coughing because it's stinking so bad. Okay, and then all of a sudden this figure appears in front of her and says to her, "Hello." She goes, "What the fuck you want?" Okay, because she already like, we in hell. I ain't got to be nice to nobody. "Are you okay?" the man says to her. "Mind your f***ing business," I replied. "Hide your fangs, honey. Nobody down here show all their cards." "What's your name?" he asked. "Don't ask me shh," I told him. "Find out if I got what you want before you dismiss me," he said calmly. "I know you don't," I said dryly. "Nigga, you got a palace, a glass shower, water that actually makes me wet, a king-size bed with silk sheets, and a whip with navigation to drive me up out of this disgusting place," which I knew he didn't have. So that's the reason why she asked, because she's an asshole. He laughed You're real pretty, he said, dragging out the word real pretty. But I see you're the tenacious type. Like to play hard to get. Make a nigga prove himself to you about 66 times, and that still ain't enough, huh? Can you see me? I asked. I was excited. Him saying and knowing how pretty I am piqued my interest. Pretty eyes and pretty dark eyelashes, pretty skin and beautiful hair, sexy lips and sexy body curves. I see you clearly, he said calmly. I especially love the scar. Makes you stand out. I mean, don't no ninja down here want a woman that don't have a few bumps and bruises. Ooh, shit. I felt everything opening, but immediately closed down on him. He's suspicious. I thought he was trying to gas me. Don't go for it, Winter, I told myself. What am I wearing then? I asked him in a tone that was full of doubt. Easy question, he said calmly. You're the only one down here in a mink and python boots. Red python boots. Winter said, that's right. Even in hell, I'm still fly. But you in hell. You is in hell. Don't forget that, Winter. That you is in hell. Now, Winter thinking in her mind, okay, he didn't let my guards down a little bit. Okay, because he is telling me, something. And ain't nobody else down here. So what else is here except for him? So now she's starting to open up, right? But she ain't ready to let him know yet. I'm sure that he already knows that he got her in the bag, okay? But she's letting her guard down because she's all alone. She will not admit that she's scared or terrified. And if she's not scared and terrified, then that's telling me that Winter Santiago is comfortable in evil, okay? That's why they always telling me, Nay, this movie get pretty dark, or this book gets pretty dark. I can dig it now. Mink and python, he said. I was caught off guard. I couldn't feel or see my mink or my red boots. I couldn't see myself. I couldn't even see him. But I was starting to like that he could see me, that he acknowledges my look and style and perfection. On top of that, his presence confirmed that it was not me stinking. It must be this atmosphere because no nigga's gonna pull up and kick it to a girl that smells like trash. What do you want? I asked him with less stress in my voice. That's the question I'm supposed to ask you, Winter. What do you want? Now, if you have not already done so, please remember to like, share to Facebook, and subscribe because it is so important to our success here on the YouTube. Now remember this, the same people that you meet on the way up will always be the same people that you meet on the way down. My naysayers, my patron loves, you babies, y'all better have a